What's up guys, Greek God X here, and I've got a gameplay in the background and it's Earth. This is the first time I played Earth, so I'm just testing it out. I didn't even know what it was. I just went in the game and I played it. I didn't know if you mana or a limited cooldown, I just went in it. So this is my complete first game. This is against bots as well. I just queued up, I didn't know what I was doing, played against bots just to try it out. So this video is about elo boosting, how you can boost your own elo, believe it or not, without paying hundreds of euros to a website. You can boost your own elo by learning these tips that I learned along the way. And I have a picture of my progress that I went on a massive losing streak. Then I went back to these core points that I made this list for, and I went back to square one and I won all these games from it. I know not all the games that I played I was positive as in a KD ratio, but I helped my team and I relaxed when times were bad and I won the game in the end, and I was a positive player, and that's all that matters when you want to win elo. Right, these are the tips, the magical tips that will win you loads of elo. I'm playing at a platinum level at the moment, so if you're anywhere below or above, I'm sure you can use these tips as well to help you gain elo. Right, starting with number 1, farm right. You need to farm right. You need to last hit, practice your last hits in private matches, in normal games. It's all about last hitting. I think getting your last hits right is better than risking your life to try get a kill sometimes. Sometimes, if you're just playing a champion that needs the late game, just farm. Just farm up, don't fight, farm, ward, farm, ward. Don't force anything, just farm. Talking about wards, tip number 2, ward for you, ward for your team, ward for you. You need to ward in your lane because nobody else will ward it for you. I have played jungle before and I have warded for the top lane because he wouldn't ward, and I've done that. I do that most games. I actually buy wards for my team as jungle because you need to know where their jungle is to counter jungle, but you need to rely on yourself. If everybody just bought one ward, it lasts a long time. Just bought one ward for 75g, that's like 3 or 4 creeps, and it could save your life, and you could make money from a ward because you can farm better and not play so defensive because you know the jungle is not there. So you can actually make money off wards. So you'll get your money back and some. Ward for your team. Ward for barons, get a pink ward. Get normal wards for baron. Make it your priority to ward baron and dragons and buffs. Don't blame your team don't blame the support that they're not warding. Everybody has free wards that they can put down. Make sure you put your free down at all times. Ping a lot. That's another tip I want to give to you. Ping a lot. You want to be active in the chat. You want to talk to your team. You want to ping. If you see enemies ganking other lanes, you want to keep your eyes on the map. I think that's very important. So try your best to make calls. And before you make calls, think beforehand. I think you should think to yourself, is it a good idea or not that I make this call, and then make it. Don't just say Baron, quick, let's do Baron, and then die, and then lose the game, and then lose the game from your call. Just think about your calls before you make them. If you're losing your lane a lot, try gank other lanes if you can't win your own. So this is a very tricky one. If you're in your lane and you're losing and he throws the lane, you can go to another lane and put pressure so he has to push. You see what I mean? This is a very hard one to master. But say sometimes they freeze your lane, and if you get any closer they'll poke you or kill you and you have no chance to farm. Just go to another lane, create pressure across the other parts of the map, and he has a choice either to follow you up or push the lane. And if he pushes the lane, you come back and farm it. So that's how to deal with fed players. A lot of people build their champions according to websites or pro builds. I disagree with this. I think you should build your champion to your playstyle. If you're a very aggressive person, have an aggressive build. If you're a very defensive person, have a defensive build. If you like to poke with your certain champion, have a build that has a lot of regen and mana. so you can poke. You need to build your champion to your playstyle and your ability. You can, of course, you can look at the pros and how they build it to get an idea, but I've played Singed for a long time. I played him for 3 years, and I've wanted to learn him exactly how the pros built him and how I can build him, and I figured out a build that works for me. If you are losing badly and it's a lost game, just take the loss. There's no point complaining to your team or blaming people. Just take the loss, relax, and move on. That's what you can do. That's all you can do. Queue up a game, move on, take a 10-minute break, move on from that game. You can't just be angry about your past, and I'm dealing with this at the moment. I get angry at games, I get angry at players, the way they treat you and the way they AFK and the way they DDoS you and the way that the game works. But I just think, right, forget it. I'll queue up again, I'll win the elo again. I already got there once, I'll get there again. Last tip. Don't feel rushed when you play the game. Have plenty of time in your schedule. The worst thing you can do is join a game and only have 15 minutes to play it, because some games you'll have to drag it out depending on your characters, if they're late game or early game. So don't think, oh, I have 30 minutes before I have to go to work, or 30 minutes before I have to go out. I can squeeze a quick League of Legends rank game in, because you'll have to rush. You'll feel like you'll have to rush and make the plays, and you'll lose, and you'll go to wherever you're going pissed off. So it's the worst thing you can do. Make sure you play in the evenings where you have all the time you can play and relax, and you can just play the game in the game's time. So you can play the game in its own time instead of rushing. So yeah, make sure you have plenty of time in your schedule for a ranked game. I have one more quick tip. It's not really a game tip, so that's why I left it to the very last. It's listen to chill music on the radio. That's what I do, and it helps me a lot. I've downloaded some hour-long chill music, and I listen to that when I play ranked, and I feel relaxed, and I win games. So that's what I do, just listen to chill music. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. That's the end of the video. It was a lot to take in, I know. Feel free to re-watch the video. I'm going to be making a lot more videos. My goal is to make one every day. Let's hope we can make that happen. Please subscribe if you're new, and thumbs up, and peace.